Okay, I know not everybody's ready to start thinking about back to school yet, JR, but we got to talk about it for a minute. And chronic absenteeism is a growing concern in education. It's defined as missing school at least 10% of the time.
According to the Department of Education, a quarter of all students in the 2022-23 school year were chronically absent.
Now, the state's Education Oversight Committee has been speaking with students to understand the underlying issues for this. Josie Frost has more.
In order to get kids in school, there has to be consequences for kids not going to school, and it can't be so easy to make up.
Shanae Parker is a mother to 4 kids, ranging from elementary to high school ages. She says it's up to her to make sure her kids go to school. Parker also says schools make it too easy for students to miss.
When I asked her, she said, "Mom, school is just boring and we do everything on a computer and on the internet." So she doesn't see the value in actually coming to school every day when you're logging into the Google Classroom to finish, to do your work.
The State Department of Education defines chronic absenteeism as missing at least half of the school day for 10% of the enrollment period. That includes excused and unexcused absences. It's a growing problem for South Carolina students. A report from the Education Oversight Committee found the rate of chronic absenteeism in South Carolina has doubled since the COVID-19 pandemic, from 13% in 2019 to 25% last year. Tanel Felder is with the Education Oversight Committee. She says that can have big impacts.
For the chronically absent for SC Ready ELA, only 37% of chronically absent students met or exceeded their ELA SC Ready scores. And you compare that to 57% of non-chronically absent students.
In the report, a focus group of students said they didn't feel like enforcement was strong enough for missing school.
They didn't see consequences being enforced for when their friends are absent, for when they're absent. And so that was interesting for some of them to say that. We think that they might need to have those consequences be a little bit more strict, if that's going to deter myself or my friends from that.
Students also said issues like bullying or stress related to school deterred them from going. The report recommended enforcement and consequences for students who miss too many days. But Parker says she thinks getting kids in schools begins and ends with the parent.
You have control on whether or not your child is in school, and if your child isn't sick, you need to make your kids go to school.
Josie Frost, News 19, WLTX.
And we're being told now the committee plans to conduct a similar focus group with parents to get their perspective on the issue, as well as a public information campaign to raise awareness about chronic absenteeism.